Coach's Corner is brought to you by Carillion Clinic Sports Medicine, getting you back in the game.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Carillion Clinic Coach's Corner. I'm Brian Gardner, that's Dan Bremner. And Dan, your team coming off of a really good week. These last 3 games, 5 out of a possible 6 points against Fayetteville. How are you feeling about things right now?
Obviously happier with getting some results, all very close games. That's a good Fayetteville team over there, and we've played them a ton this year. To come out with 5 or 6 points in a three-game stretch with them, pretty happy about.
So on Friday, the come-from-behind win, you guys were down 3-0 after Fayetteville got a goal on the power play first minute of the second period. Was there any kind of a moment in that game when things really clicked, or was that just finally the process working?
I kind of knew going into that game that we might see tough energy from our guys. We really battled for those 2 games in Peoria. I think we did a ton of good. And to come out those 2 games with no points when they battled so hard was frustrating. They've been staying the process for so long now that sometimes when you're not getting results, you can see it in their eyes to start questioning. I give all the credit in the world to the leadership group, the team in general. In the intermissions, I didn't say much, and I let them kind of talk it out themselves. And they stayed strong, they believed in themselves, and started to chip away.
So from watching from afar, it felt like that could almost be a turning point. Was that the feel in the room after the game that, all right, now let's get one rolling here?
Yeah, I feel like our team has had that positivity throughout the year, even as tough as it's been, which is awesome. It's a very special group to be able to have those tough times and stay positive and stay, obviously upset that we're not getting the points, but as far as staying the process and knowing that we have a good group in there, they've stayed positive, so it's pretty awesome to see. You
got some good goaltending from a familiar face that you brought back from last season. Henry Dill got to start all 3 of those games against Fayetteville, and numbers looked good. He played very energetic in net and overall looked good from my point of view. Can you talk a little bit about your goaltender?
Absolutely. After Toit getting run and taken out of the game there with a headshot in Peoria, and then obviously Silvez had to move on for some health issues. It was kind of a no-brainer. We know Henry, he's a great character guy for the room, and then obviously, he can perform on the ice as well. So having him come in, knowing what's expected in Roanoke here, and kind of battle out a couple big games, big wins for us has been a huge momentum lift.
Speaking of guys who are coming back from last year's team, new defenseman in town, Nate O'Brien is back. What's he going to bring?
Energy, character. He's a great locker room guy. Everybody loves him. I'm pumped to have him back on our roster. That guy can skate for days. His legs, his energy are just awesome. So I'm looking forward to getting him back into the lineup here coming this weekend, and we'll roll from there.
We're looking forward to it too, Dan. Thanks for joining us here on the Carillion Clinic Coach's Corner.
Thanks, Brian.